Hello, guys. This is Joe. Welcome to Lib Alert. This is my first live stream. Um, Want to chat a little bit about the channel? It's brand new. I'm looking for subscribers. This is the place where, if you want to hear about me exposing the libs, this is the place to go. We need to stop the libs. They are just brutal, brutal people. They're destroying America. They have for a long time. Every single time there's an issue, it's them creating the issue with their policies. Okay. They're trying to literally destroy the country as we know it. And thank God for Donald Trump, because if he didn't come along, where would the country be right now? You need to ask yourself that question. It's funny that when you see the libs today bitch and piss and moan about all the problems in the country, guess who's been in charge of the presidency 12 out of the last 16 years? It's been them. Okay. You had Biden for 4 years, and then you had Obama for 8. So all these problems that they always rail against are created by them. And then Trump actually comes in and tries to do something about it. And what do? They get Orange Man syndrome, TDS. I've never seen one guy get vilified to the point that Trump's been vilified. And why? Think about MAGA. What's MAGA stand for, guys? Make America Great Again. What the hell's so wrong with that? Why is that controversial? I mean, you hate the country that much? Make America Great Again. Let that sink in. What is wrong with making America great again? Well, the problem is it doesn't fit their agenda of open borders, bringing people into the country illegally. That's their agenda. Why is that? Because like I said earlier, 12 out of 16 years they've been in charge of the damn country. So their policies are destroying America. Okay, they always talk about, well, inflation, it's so high. Trump's not bringing prices down, blah, blah. Inflation under Biden went up 9%. Did you hear any bitching from the liberals on that? No, you didn't. Of course you didn't. Why? Because they created the problem. And then all you heard about when Trump came into office is, well, the egg prices are too damn high, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what he did? He took care of that problem, and that was a simple problem. That was, if you remember right, the egg crisis was created through bird flu. And the Biden administration went and killed like 40,000 birds. And that's why we had the egg crisis. It was supply and demand. And, I really don't even blame Biden for that. That had to be eradicated. That problem had to be taken care of. But because the egg prices were through the roof, they blamed Trump right off the bat. So yeah, these people they're such freaking hypocrites. And if you want to really piss off the liberal guys, tell them the truth, okay? They don't like the truth. When you get into an argument with them, give them the facts. They can't handle the facts. The first thing they're going to do is they're gonna destroy you. They're going to badmouth you. It's what they do because they don't know how to counteract the facts. So remember that next time you're talking to a lib. There's so many things going on in the world right now. And the latest thing that's got me in an uproar is John Thune. Okay, John Thune is a goddamn joke. Well, he's got 80% of the country wants to save act passed. Okay, this is Democrats and Republicans. They want this thing passed. And so what's he do? He doesn't bring it up for a vote. He says he's going to. We'll see because he's up to shenanigans. He doesn't want this to pass, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why. You get the old guard. And you know what? John Cornyn is the biggest hypocrite on the planet. He's been anti Trump for a long time. But now he's in a runoff with John Paxson out in Texas. And so what's he doing? He's going with Trump's policies on the Save Act because he knows that's the only shot he's got to get reelected. He's not going to win the runoff. I can guarantee that. A lot of the people in Texas are supporting Paxson. They're sick of Cornyn. Cornyn's a goddamn yes man. He's establishment. He's a rhino. He's a big John Thune guy. He's only going with the Save Act because he has to. He doesn't support the Save Act, and I don't know why you wouldn't. Why wouldn't you support showing voter ID or proof of citizenship to vote? Please explain this to me, why you wouldn't support that. Does anybody have a good answer as to why you wouldn't support it? Please, I want to know. Maybe you can persuade me. I know why. Because now illegals aren't going to be able to vote. And you're probably saying, oh, yeah, here we go, conspiracy theory. Yeah, well, guess what? It's being investigated throughout the country, the 2020 election, and that is going to come out. It's starting to now. But unfortunately, you've got a lot of goddamn partisan judges out there now that will do everything they can. They'll use lawfare to stop Trump, and they've been trying it. I don't know how many times the Supreme Court has gone ahead and shut down all these lawsuits against Trump or, his policies. It's an ongoing battle. And I'll tell you right now what the Republicans are doing, the rhinos in Congress, more so the Senate, not so much Congress. Congress has been done a good job for Trump, actually, as far as supporting his policies and getting things passed. The Senate's where the issue is. You got Murkowski, you got McConnell, you've got Thune himself, you got Cornyn, you've got all these Republican rhinos. They're delaying his agenda. They figure if they can get to the midterms and he doesn't win the midterms, then they can stop him in his tracks. And for whatever reason, they want to stop him because they don't want to support the American people. That's the only conclusion you can come to. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So we have to support getting these rhinos out of office. Guys, Republicans need to change their way. They get supermajority. This doesn't happen all the time. So when you get supermajority, you need to take advantage of it. And right now, they're slow walking the agenda because they don't want Trump's agenda to pass. They don't want the American people to actually have power. If you look at Trump's approval rating, even with the Iran conflict, it's higher than any president that he's ever superseded. People back Trump and his policies. Why? Because they know he's making the decision to benefit the American people. And you'll probably say, well, this oil prices are through the roof, gas has gone up, blah, blah, blah. Guys, there's an end game to this. This is a temporary issue. This isn't a long-term issue. And what this is going to do, this war in Iran, Trump is resetting the world agenda. It started with Venezuela, okay? By taking out Maduro, what he did was he shut off 55% of the oil flow to China, okay? Maduro was selling 55% of oil's production over to China. He's also shut the pipeline down to Cuba. Cuba got its oil from Venezuela. So now Cuba is virtually on the verge of collapse. And we're going to end up taking Cuba and straightening out that country without one bullet being fired or one bomb being. Why? We did it through economic means. By shutting oil off, it's crippling Cuba. And they're going to be begging for mercy here soon. So you're going to see that. And what else is going on is with the Iran conflict going on, with China not being able to access their oil because we're shutting them out. China is in a tough situation, and they know it too. So the end game is he's going to bring new world order. All the dictators out there in the Middle East are going to be eventually begging for mercy. And it's a nice thing to see. And I can't believe after 47 years of Khomeini being in charge of Iran that people are upset about his death and about the takeover of Iran. I can't believe this. This guy murdered over 30,000 of his own people just a month ago, okay? And people are upset. They're supporting him. I mean, can you imagine if this had happened in America, where people would, if Trump did this in America, okay? All the protesters that are protesting the war and all the other different things. Imagine if Trump sent the military into, let's say, Minneapolis or Portland, Oregon. Imagine if he sent the military in and just started shooting people at will, okay, taking care of the protesters. Can you just imagine? Do you think he'd be supported? Ask yourself this question. Well, that's what's going on. They're supporting Maduro. I mean, not Maduro, Khomeini, and that's what he did to his people. So ask yourself that question. Is that what you support? Give me a justified reason why you support that. It's pretty simple. I know what the answer is. It's because it's Trump, okay? You hate Trump to the point where it doesn't matter what the guy does. He could cure cancer and you still wouldn't support him, okay? Get over your TDS, guys. He's going to be here for what, almost 2.5 years now, almost 3 years. I mean, you've tried to do everything in your power to stop the guy. Multiple attempts on his life, warfare, lawfare, you name it. You've tried it. It hasn't worked. So you better just accept the fact that he's going to be here and get on with life. The best way to get through all of this is 3 years are going to go quick. If you cooperate and let the guy do good things for America, you'll see a whole different ball game. So, all right, I just want to do a short live. My first live. Please come on board, subscribe. I'd really appreciate your input. And thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up too, guys. That would be awesome. And have a great day. Bye bye.